Have you ever been asked to describe your achievements, what you've done, and you've struggled? Maybe before a new job, or maybe as you're putting your CV together for another opportunity. This is what happened to a client of mine the other day. She was about to start a new job and she was really struggling to describe everything that she'd achieved. My name's Sonia Guevara, and I am really passionate about enabling you to have a career and a life that you love. So if you want some help in this area, hit the subscribe button below and ring that bell so that you get an alert whenever I have a new video. So speaking to my client the other day, she was really struggling to articulate well everything that she'd achieved. She'd had quite a career and was now moving back to her home country and taking on a much more senior position, but being able to articulate that properly was really starting to be a problem. And this is something that you need if you're going for another job, if you're putting together a CV, or even prepping for an interview. And so one of the things that we came up with was to create a timeline. So create a timeline of the last role that you've had or your career to date, and really start to map the highs and lows of that period of time. So what you do is you literally get a piece of paper and you put the start date and the end date, and you draw a line, so almost like a heart monitor line, if you've seen that. So you draw the highs and the lows and maybe the plateaus, and the highs and lows will indicate the areas where you have either achieved something really good, been really proud of something, or the areas where actually things have gone wrong. Remember that sometimes in interviews and in situations, people will ask you, what are the things that you've had to overcome? And so you draw that line, and then you put a little bit of detail on each of those. What was that high moment? What was it that you achieved? What did you do to get there? And with the lows, you do exactly the same. What was going on at that time? Was it a personal thing that you were having to overcome? Or was it something work-wise, a problem that you had to solve? And what did you do to do that? And once you've got that, you've got a map that is literally going to help you then pick out the moments that you want to communicate to others. It's also going to be a fabulous way of acknowledging the lessons that you've learned along the way, whether you've had a really long career so far or you've only just started. So pick out those moments, pick out the moments that have really built your strengths, that have built who you are as a person, who you are as a manager, for example, and then you will have a wonderful timeline and a wonderful record of everything that you've achieved. Hope that's been useful, and I'll see you again in the next video. Take care. Bye.